Usability is an important aspect of design because you want people to use the things that you build. You want them to use it for its intended purpose and to be successful at whatever they're trying to do. Now, this is what's known as a user-centered approach to design, meaning that instead of focusing exclusively on the wants and needs of a company or ourselves, we're going to focus on the wants and needs of the users. Why? Because as amazing as we might think our site or app might be, if no one's using it to connect with us or buy anything or communicate, it's useless. Usability isn't completely measurable. Now, there's no instrument or magic number that's going to tell you if a website's usable or not. It requires quantitative and qualitative analysis of various parts, meaning that if you want to know for sure how usable your site is, you need to consider measurable data like website analytics and SEO results, as well as more opinion-based feedback, such as the responses you might get from user interviews or testing. Usability is influenced by feelings, experience, and human nature. So it's important to factor in opinions along with any hard numbers you can collect so that you can get the whole picture. But what usability often boils down to is a balance. And when people use your site, they usually have a goal in mind. They want to find something, they want to read something, want to download something, or buy something. Well, all those different somethings have different value to different people. As people use your site, the amount of effort it takes to find that content will factor in to how usable they find the site. It affects their experience and their willingness to keep going if something gets in their way, such as confusing links, hard to find content, or some other unexpected detours. Now, if any of these things happen, the user will have to decide if they want to continue using the site. It's effort versus value. In the end, if a site proves to be not as usable as they'd hoped and takes too much effort when weighed against the value of the content they want, they will leave. For example, if a friend shares a funny video from his social media account, you might decide that it's worth checking out for a quick laugh. Now, this type of content doesn't have big value in the grand scheme of things, but at the same time, the amount of effort to view it should be minimal, should be one click. However, if that one click leads to a site where the video takes forever to load, and then the effort and time put into this action is going to begin to outweigh the value of what's expected at the end. I mean, how long would you wait for a mildly amusing short video to load? Users will close that site if they don't want to wait, and they'll move on to something else. Performance affects usability, and in this case, the usability was poor, so the user abandoned the site. Well, here's another example. Let's say you need to pay a bill online, and the quickest way to do so is through your bank's mobile app. The steps you go through to find the bill pay feature might be awkward, and there might be more steps involved than you expected. Now, if this was a funny little video and you had to go through all these steps to watch it, nobody would likely go through with it. However, the value of this goal, paying your bill, is high. It's very important to the user. Therefore, they're more willing to forgive some usability issues, such as a form with some confusing fields or maybe some formatting issues, if it means accomplishing that important goal. However, don't think that you can get away with usability issues like this all the time, because the next time the user wants to pay that bill or do something else, they may remember how difficult it was to use that app, and they may decide to go through a different method altogether. What's worse is that they might tell others about how bad the app is, and bad word of mouth or social reviews are not worth the trouble. So, not every scenario is going to play out like these, but no matter what kind of content or features you offer, you want to give your users every chance to succeed. This means understanding what your users want and giving them what they need to accomplish their goals. And this will increase the chances that they'll come back and use your site again, and then recommend it to others. Ideally, by satisfying the user's needs, we should in turn meet our own.